Did I put 26 on here instead of 25? Jesus fucking Christ, did I do that? Content. Okay. What's going on? What's going on? Can you guys hear me? Am I back? Can you guys see me? Okay. That's fucking weird. What was I doing here? I wanted to change this. Germany, Canada, hello, good morning, guten Tag, auf Wiedersehen. Okay, that's good. Now I need to see my analytics. I'll be right with you boys and girls. Let's see. 15:09. Okay, good. We're ahead of the pace. Okay, the CPM is still high. That's good. That's good. All right, shut that down. What do we got here? Oh, the Rob Reiner thing is fucking insane. Fucking insane. What's up, Oregon? How you doing? Listen, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit this. So if you've got one of these, grab it, light it, smoke it. Hello, Clyde Eugene. Come on, buddy. Come on. What's going on? Come here. Good boy. And anyway, do that. Do one of those. Wake and bake. I haven't done that since vacation, says it's crutchy. Every day's a vacation for me. Like literally. I get to work for myself from my office doing videos. You look as young as me. I look much older than I am. You want a frozen yogurt? Yeah, I don't dig on frozen yogurt, but we have some errands to run today. We got to go get gas in the car and pick up a few items that we need to pick up, and then we're doing a Sam's Club run, and then we're back here to make brownies. I got a few more videos to make to round out the next 2 days, and then I'm back in the office tomorrow working. Break's about over. Back to saving lives. Take it easy, brother. Sam's Club can be all day. Not if you make a pickup. We have a pickup schedule. We just pull in, they bring it out, we're out of there. How much is gas running here? It's hovering between like 265 and 285, $290, depending on where you go. So you get them to make a flatbed full? No. Sick Grateful Dead guitar. Thank you very much. Oh, look, we have the idiot trolls showing up already. Australian media, hello. No, she's kicking the dog out. You like the Grateful Dead and the Doors? So do I. So do I. I also like all of the various bands that you see on my walls. Well, you can't really see most of them. Yeah. Is everything okay? I mean, far from it, but generally speaking, yeah. You know. As a nation, no, we're not okay. Am I okay? Generally speaking. Enjoying my lemon tea and some puffs on the Merry Christmas bud. Right on. Do you listen to any metal? A little bit, some. Surely you can all identify the people in this group of photographs. Is there anybody in this group of photographs you do not recognize? Yes, that is Mellencamp up there with his arms crossed. That is Johnny Mellencamp. We have AC/DC down here, and we got Cliff Burton of Metallica here. This might be the one you have a problem with identifying just the way the angle is. This is ZZ Top. That's Eddie Van Halen. And this right here is the American Beatles, otherwise known as the Eagles. Clyde, what's up, Buppers? What's up, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? Oh yeah, the world is completely fucked. It's been fucked for years. It's been fucked for years. And just so that anybody out there, let's just squash this right now for any of these fucking conservatives out there that want to go, see, banning guns doesn't work. Australia had a big mass shooting. Yeah, their first one in 30 fucking years. So, the Eagles are awesome. The Eagles, I refer to them as the American Beatles because they were a tremendous act out of their time, really represented the time and the country they were from in the moment. And then when they broke up, many members went on to have phenomenal solo careers. Now, all four Beatles went on to have phenomenal solo careers, and not everybody from the Eagles went on to have a phenomenal solo career. But Glenn Frey had a phenomenal solo career. Why am I drawing blanks on fucking names this early in the morning? Don Henley had a great fucking solo career, and Joe Walsh already had a solo career and went back to having a solo career. Why are aliens green if Mars is red? I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the oxygenation and when it mixes with their blood and it turns their skin a different color. I have no fucking idea. How do I help my older mother who is going down the path of everything? She's listening to MAGA podcast. You could just keep talking to her, man. I have no idea how you help. Luckily, I never had to face that. Marijuana affects memory, right? Martians smoke a lot of weed. Good for the Martians, man. They need it. I mean, it's a long trip. You know what I mean? Would you want to make a big road trip without the weed? I don't care who you vote for. I certainly care who you vote for because who you vote for doesn't just affect your life. For example, the people who the Trump supporters voted for affected the lives of my wife, my daughters, and my granddaughters. I have a daughter and two granddaughters living in a red state right now that don't control their own bodily autonomy. Yeah, I fucking matter. I care. Yeah, okay, so not the okay. I understand what you're saying. There was a small incident, but yeah, we have things like what happened in Australia. Here in the United States, we have those things multiple times a year. You know, for anybody in this country to go see it doesn't work when this is their first major incident in 3 fucking decades. 3 of my 4 kids weren't even fucking born yet the last time they had something like this. Yes, Rob Reiner, yes. Just sued Fed on Live? Have you considered doing call-ins during your live stream? No, I haven't. I don't know how that would work, nor do I know. I don't know if I'd want to do call-ins. Um, I'm mulling some concepts over in my head for some things that I might want to do in the new year, but I don't know that call-ins would be one of them. Tried to break in a few days ago. I don't even know what you're talking about. You sued a Fed on Live? Martians smoke weed just to get over the fact that we are in their solar system. Oh yeah, right. Fucking the world Earth is that fucking shit house down on the fucking end of the block that's always got fucking trash and shit. It needs to be painted. Fucking the roof is gnarly. There's like forever a tarp on something. Gotcha, Australia. See, okay. I don't know how you sue somebody on a live, but okay. The amount of people who said Biden is giving money to Ukraine, and that's why I'm voting for Trump, must really feel nice about us giving that money to Argentina. Well, not only are we giving billions of dollars, we're giving more money to Argentina than we are to the farmers. We're still giving money to Ukraine. Donald Trump himself said we are going to continue to give weapons to NATO and they can give them to Ukraine so that Ukraine can continue to defend themselves. We're continuing to do what we were doing before. Why? Because we know we can't let an ally fall. Because we know if Ukraine falls and Russia and Putin decides to go into Poland, that's NATO and we're in a ground war and we've got 100,000, 150,000 troops on the ground in Europe. And you know what? If 100 years ago taught you anything, it's that you don't want to have a ground war in Europe. I filed the suit on live stream. Gotcha. Okay. What do you think of Minnesota and $8 billion going to terrorists and lining Tampon Tim and Omar's pockets? I think you have the talking points down correct. I think that you are going to get a gold star from your MAGA chud friends for regurgitating the given talking points and using the correct terminology, tampon Tim and lining Omar's pockets. Now come back with some factual data. And in the meantime, go fuck yourself. Thanks, Tom, for doing this live. Good content with your perspectives. I'm curious, what's your career background? Okay. I was a landscape contractor for 26 years. I was a high school dropout. Never really was for schooling, so I didn't really care for school. Dropped out at the beginning of my sophomore year. I spent a few years traveling back and forth across the country. Summer of '92, I worked for a carnival. '93 through August of '95, I followed the dead, and I lived out of a tent through the entirety of that almost 4-year period. And then when Jerry died, I fell ass backwards into a landscaping job. Worked 20 years for other companies, had my own landscape company for 6, retired at the age of 45 in 2018, and then started doing social media content for fun. Uh, I had been doing Facebook and Twitter for years and years, over a decade, but I started doing video content December of 2020 on TikTok, and uh, and then all you fucking people showed up, and then the numbers kept growing and growing. My TikTok account grew to 1.5 million. They have since banned that account. I'm on my backup, which has only got 90,000 followers, and now 300 and however many thousand here. And this is now how I make my money: is full-time social media content across various platforms. So, landscape contractor for 26 years, retired for about 4, now full-time content creator. I own my wife and I own half of a small trucking company that's never really made any money. We're both also mobile notaries. My wife does mobile notary work. She was agricultural exports, for 20 years. So those semi containers that everybody hates that come in on the ships and then get offloaded and then get put on trains and trucks. They come in. They come into the country with everything we buy from overseas. Watches and bicycles and video games and TVs and T-shirts, and then we unload them at the various warehouses and distribution centers across the country. And then we fumigate, we clean them out, and then we load them up with either corn or soybeans or dried distillers grain. And her job was to get the empty containers after they were unloaded, load them up with commodities, and ship them back to Asia. And she did that for 20 years. And then the company she was working for folded the last day of May 2024. I had accidentally built up this following on social media. She went and figured out how to monetize what I was already doing for free. And so she, knock on wood, right now doesn't have to work. Never know, this whole thing could fall apart. It could severely slide and not bring in the kind of revenue it's bringing in currently, and she might have to go back to work. But that's the background. TikTok is Chinese rand. It's heavily restricted. Okay. So you could say some of your stuff fell off a truck? Huh? The following wasn't accidental. It was meant to be for a reason. That's the viewpoint of some people, right? Like, they say that I was able to retire at 45 because my wife's salary just exponentially grew to a point where it had equaled hers and mine plus like a little another one. So she was like, "You should go ahead and retire and quit killing yourself. Landscaping can be tough." And so, I've heard people say it was meant to be that she made enough money to retire you so you could accidentally have fun building a following and not look at it as a job. And then once her company folded, you were in a position to be able to monetize, and therefore you guys are right where you needed to be. If that's the way it was, then that's the way it was. Ace is great. All I give a shit about right now is the fact that the social media content does generate enough money for us to live off of, and she doesn't have to work in the moment, in the time being, and she can do what I think to be the important things. Right? Her mom and stepdad moved very close to us about a year ago. They're getting up in age, and she has the ability to just anytime she wants go spend time with her mom, go sewing with her mom, go take her mom out to lunch, go shopping, whatever the case may be, and not have to do it after work and on the weekends when you're already stressed out. And she had a very, very high stress job. I mean, she ran 2 transload facilities that exported a shit ton of agricultural commodities. So, I mean, she's still struggling with not working, and I understand how and why. However, I think we're in the best possible position right now. Taking that work stress off of her the way she took it off of me in 2018, I think was important, because now we work in tandem. I create the content and she edits like the descriptions and the titles and whatnot. And then I take them back and then I schedule them. And we, as a team, we are able to generate a revenue on our own terms to where we could literally go anywhere. We could move to fucking the mountains of Peru and I could still do what I'm doing. Candace, take it easy. A lot of shit happened over these months. It's crazy, but it's hard to even keep up. I personally feel exhausted. Life has been exhausting over the course of the last few years. You said months, but I mean, the last few years has been an absolute fucking train ride. A roller coaster of a train ride of a fucking tornado of moving pieces. It's pretty incredible that social media can provide for a family. Sounds like you and the wife got a good teamwork mentality. How about them Bears? Bears are a very good team this year. They are a very good team. They should earn all of the props. I wouldn't pat myself on the back too much for that win yesterday. I mean, it was the fucking 3-win Browns. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. My team sucks ass, so I got no room to talk. My Colts were the number one seed in the entire fucking league for weeks, and now they're not even going to make the playoffs, so it is what it is. Your birthday was this past Friday. Happy birthday. Who cracked your head open? A tree when I fell out of it. Can't even enjoy your football this year, huh? Oh, I don't know. I made it down to Indianapolis, and my son and I took in a game. We saw them play the Texans. They lost, but it was a fun time. We had a good time. I'm actually trying to look into season tickets for the Colts. Am I biracial? No, I come from two of the whitest motherfuckers on the planet. I mean, listen, on my mom's side, my grandfather was born in Sicily and immigrated here, and they can tend to be darker skinned, more tan. So I'm only second generation born in America, Sicilian. Thank you for the hot cocoa. On my mother's side, but on my father's side, I am white as a fucking ghost, Southern Indiana. You know, been in this country for generations, and it's just, nope, two white motherfuckers. Just heard that a series of raids across. Gotcha. I feel that the gravity. Hey, did they determine? Did they get a name? Australian media on those two shooters? Do they have an identity on those two guys? I heard that it was a father and son, but I didn't hear names. Thoughts on the Unabomber? It was fucking nuts. Wait, that's a weird one. Haven't heard that name in a hot minute. Third generation Northern Italian here. Oh, okay, good. I've been waiting for a text message from our driver. Like I said, we have some semis. We have a driver that runs a semi out of Joliet, and he went out of state to visit family over the weekend, and I didn't even think about having him when it's as cold as it is now. We usually run the truck all night long, for as many days as it takes to keep the truck from freezing up. Big Rig, thank you very much for the $20 donation, being the first to donate today. I appreciate that. Huge shout out. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays. And he just texted me and said, yeah, truck started, we're good. Oh, God, thank you. Thank you, baby Jesus. What do you say about burritos? Tacos are beautiful, but burritos, I love them. Burritos are the shit. I fucking love burritos. Love burritos. Hello, Mattoon. Burritos are the bomb. If you're in the Chicagoland area, get down to Summit, Illinois, to El Faro. EL space FARO, El Faro, in Summit, Illinois. Burritoville. Fucking love them. How cold by you? This morning when my son left for the school bus, it was 2 with a feels like of -8. The wind chill of -8. So they said that the wind chill factor is going to get up to about 0 by noon. And then by the time he gets off the bus, it'll be back down to like -13, -15. Yes, I did hear about the terrorist attack. You guys, we were talking about that just a minute ago. You guys get snow. We've had snow off and on, but now we're going to enter into a period of. We've had about, I don't know, a foot of snow over the course of several days. But after today, after we get past this cold day, tomorrow it'll be 35, and then we'll be in a stretch of days where it'll be in the 40s all the way through Christmas, and so all this snow is going to melt. I don't follow wrestling, so I don't know shit about Cena or the last match. Colder by you than me near New York City. We have burritos when my sister clears COVID. Good luck to your sister and enjoy the fuck out of them burritos. I think we're gonna go have barbecue tonight. I'm gonna go get some pulled pork, some mac and cheese. Yeah, yeah. Nice piece of garlic toast. Your residence in Shannon, that's not how you spell the name, is red as fuck, question mark. Damn near red as fuck. What happened to that? Okay. The message went away. They just arrested 4 more people, I believe, for conspiracy or knowingly participated in placing or action of organized criminal. Okay, Rob Reiner was murdered. Yes. They're questioning his son in the murder. Rob Reiner and his wife were murdered. It's fair to say I'm going to have a chill Christmas this time, at least hoping when things turn around next year. Next year is going to be a really wild year. The content, I prefer sativa. The content is going to be insane. Once we get past New Year's, we are into a midterm year. Sure, Jacko, thank you for the $2 donation. Have a rib on me. Will do. And that reminds me of, can I get one rib? That's a great line. Anyway, it's going to be a midterm year, so I'm gonna try and get some guests on my regular Tuesday night lives, or create another night where I do a live with a guest. But we got a very important midterm coming up, and we need to talk about it and make sure that people are registered to vote, that they have a plan to vote, that they know who their candidates are. It's going to be a wild between now and the 2026 midterm elections. It is going to be a wild year for my content. I can tell you that much. Have you tried the cranberry flavored vape? No. Have you? What is this? All Rob Reiner ever did was smile. He's a historic figure in American pop culture, and was a prominent voice in American political discourse in recent years. He's Meathead from Archie and from All in the Family. I mean, for fuck's sake. Thanks for keeping up the good fight. Uh, Thank you. Have a great day. You need to get ready for work. Okay, Kat, you go get ready for work. Oh, it's the heater going. Have a great and straight day. What does that mean? What is it? What is having a straight day? How was Renee? I mean, as fine as anybody is heading into the holiday, a week and a half away from Christmas. I think we've got most of the wrapping done, so that's good. We've been cranking out the wrapping in the last couple of days, so that's. I think there are only a handful of things left to wrap. A non-LGBT day. Are you that much of a piece of shit bigot that you need to wish people a straight day? Do gay people and trans people and bi people trigger you that fucking much? My God. Let me guess. You're one of these fucking idiots that run around and refer to themselves as an alpha male, don't you? You're so goddamn alpha that gay people frighten you. Trans people make you quiver. Feeble. If Harris runs again, she loses. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I'll take it a step further. If a woman is on the top of the ticket, we lose. And that sucks because we've had two of the most qualified candidates in presidential history miss out because this country's not ready to elect a woman, unfortunately. Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris would have made great presidents in my opinion, but this country has shown that it is just not ready. Which is why Michelle Obama was 100% correct when she said, don't waste my time. This country, Michelle Obama said, this country is not ready to elect a woman, so don't come talking to me because you're going to waste my time. And she was correct. You only see me on YouTube Shorts? Okay, so let me say a couple things. First of all, I go live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. So if you can figure out a way to watch me there live. But more importantly, all of my Tuesday night lives and all of these little impromptu lives, just like when I feel like going live, when I'm done with them, they all get archived on my page in a video format. So you can literally, you can see there's For You, most popular videos, shorts, and then there are lives. And you can go back through every live I have ever done, read all of the comments, see all of the back and forth. For every live I've ever done on YouTube, they're all archived on my page. If you ever get a hankering to go back and catch up. AOC, I don't think AOC is ready. There are going to be some people that are going to push AOC, but if AOC is on the top of the Democratic ticket, we're really going to lose. They will come out of the woodwork to vote against her. And that's the point I keep trying to make, is that the political pendulum in this country always swings just right and left of center, right? It stays right here. And every now and again, we get into these wide swings. And we're into that one of those periods, right? So we were right here. So and the right discovered that the Christian conservative coalition in this country could be utilized as a voting base with Ronald Reagan, and they went a little further right. And so we thought we brought it back to the middle with Bill Clinton, and they thought we went far left with Bill Clinton. So they went further right than Reagan with W. And we thought we brought it back to the middle with Obama, and they went, a black man with an African-sounding name? You guys went far left when Obama was really a fucking centrist. And so they went even further right with Trump. And so we thought we brought it back to the middle again with Joe Biden, and they went, oh my God. They're using, Michelle Obama is granting people pardons through the autopad, and they went far right again with Trump. So we're into one of these wild swings. We need to bring it back to here. And AOC will be viewed as going that far to the left. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you can convince the American people. And when I say people, I mean people. Keep in mind, a person is intelligent. People are dumb as fuck and can easily be manipulated through marketing strategies, through advertising, through messaging, and they are. So if you want to keep fascism out of the White House, I don't think you can put somebody like AOC on the ticket. I think we lose. Listen, I'd love to see somebody like a Gretchen Whitmer. I voted for Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton. I think Hillary Clinton was probably the most qualified candidate in American history when you look at her overall resume. But I think that if in order to win in 28, and I want to see how the midterms go, but in order to win in 28, unfortunately, it's going to have to be somebody like a Gavin Newsom. I would love for it to be Pete Buttigieg, but even Pete Buttigieg, a gay man, a gay progressive man, this country would lose its collective fucking minds. And he's exactly who we need. If there's one person we need, if there's a calming steady presence that we could use in the Oval Office right now? Pete Buttigieg. I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. But it's not going to happen. I asked my husband every day, people cannot be this stupid, can they? Oh, yeah, they can. Oh, yes, they can. I mean, they've shown you that they're this stupid. How many people showed up in Texas to see JFK come back? In Dallas, Texas, in the rain. JFK's coming back. No, he's not. He's dead. We literally watched the man get shot on film. JFK's coming back with his son, Princess Diana, and Michael Jackson. How many people believed that a Jewish space laser started the California wildfires on accident when it was being used to clear land to make way for the Rothschilds' high-speed rail system? How many people believe that Hillary Clinton is an alien lizard person that eats babies in the non-existent basement of a New Jersey pizza parlor? Oh yeah, people are that fucking dumb. People are that fucking dumb. And yeah, people are saying no more TV personalities and shit like that. Yeah, I want a politician. I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing about I don't want a career politician. No, I do want a career, but I just want a good one. I say it all the time. I don't go to my mechanic and go, "You've been my mechanic for 20 years. I need to get a new mechanic." That's too long. I don't want a career mechanic. I don't do it to my plumber. I don't do it to my handyman. I don't do it to my doctor. Why the fuck do I do it to my goddamn politician? I want somebody that has absolutely no experience in running government. Bullshit. I want somebody that knows how to fucking run the government. I just want somebody that wants to run it properly. Okay, Jasmine Crockett is not going to win that Senate seat. I would be fucking stunned if Jasmine Crockett won that Senate seat. Keep in mind that Beto O'Rourke tried to run for Senate and governor in that state when the senator he was up against, Ted Cruz, and the governor he was up against, Greg Abbott, were incredibly unpopular. Fucking Republicans hate Ted Cruz. And Beto O'Rourke couldn't pull it off. Why? Because it's fucking Texas. She is a progressive black woman. Well, Tom, Texas has had a woman governor. She is a progressive black woman running for Senate in a statewide election in Texas. I don't see it happening. Yes, Gavin Newsom, I believe, could win. I believe Gavin Newsom could win. Is he the absolute best choice we could put out there? Probably not. Is he still a damn good choice? Yeah, especially compared to what they're going to probably put up, right? So, can he win? This midterms is going to give us a lot of information, but yeah, he can win, and he should probably pick somebody that is going to represent a more progressive side of the party, represent a younger side of the party, represent a futuristic view of the party, and help him win in areas that maybe he needs some help. Like he's not going to need help winning the coasts, right? Gavin Newsom is not going to need help winning the Northeast or the West Coast. But if he brought in a Talico, he could help in Texas. If he brought in Gretchen Whitmer, she could help in the Midwest and the Rust Belt, as well as with women voters. Yeah, I wouldn't look for anybody on in the areas that he'll be okay with Democratic white men. He'll be okay with Democrats on the coast. He needs to tap into progressives in areas that Democrats don't typically win. Trump 2028. So you don't respect the Constitution. You guys got me for a few more minutes, and then we're going to go run our errands here shortly. So as soon as I hear that she's done back there. Oh, it's a headstone. Gotcha. AOC Jasmine Crockett. That's the Democratic. If it's AOC Jasmine Crockett, we're dead. We'll have a larger margin of victory, a larger loss margin than Kamala Harris did. If that's our ticket, we're dead. The Republicans win the White House for a third straight term. Well, no, it would be a second term because yeah, but you get the point. Yeah, I've heard of Sikhs. Please vote blue, yes. Do you buy Christmas presents for your pets? No. No. My mother-in-law gets Christmas presents for my daughter's cats. And that is because two of my daughter's cats were my sister-in-law's cats. So my mother-in-law who buys the cats, her daughter passed away suddenly at the age of 44 a couple of years ago, and she left behind two cats. She was single and had two cats. My daughter took those two cats in. And so my mother-in-law buys those two cats Christmas presents from their original mama, Aunt Shelley. Love watching you, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Wait, hang on a second. White, straight, candid, intelligent, resonates with the public. Yes. That's a sweet story. Well, we couldn't let the cats go. I mean, the cats were my sister-in-law's whole life. We couldn't let them go to a fucking shelter, and we already had 5 cats here. So, and my daughter had none, and so she took the 2 cats in, and they've been with her ever since. She has since added a third, and she's done adding now. She better be, because she's expecting her first child in spring. Kennel license. Where is Franklin? It's early in the day, so he's off. My wife got this humongous dog bed for the dog, right? This huge, very soft dog bed. And we threw all of his stuffed toys on it. And he could fit on there comfortably with all the stuffed toys, except the cats sleep on it. They love it. And then he doesn't go on it because it's usually at any point in time 2 or 3 of the cats and all of the toys, and they're all bundled up on the fucking and that's where he probably is this morning. Yes, Democrat mayor in Miami for the first time in decades. How am I? I'm fine. Some places have limits on how many. Oh, yeah, we haven't hit it yet. I know that. We don't need one. Yeah. You should run a vet business? No. No. I mean, if we had disgusting riches that we could just blow money on, I'd probably have a cattery. Like we build a new house that has some land, and then I would probably open a cattery, for sure. But that's if I had like, fuck you money, money I could just fucking piss away on something like that and still live a comfortable life. Stay safe in this wild world. Amen. I don't need billions. We don't need billions. We were talking about this the other day. Somebody said, something about getting $40 billion, and what would you do with it? And I remember what it was. This woman said that instead of taking $40 billion, she would rather have, or she would take $40 billion instead of having a 10-minute conversation with Jesus Christ. And this woman did a video about that and said, You always take the 10-minute conversation with Jesus Christ for $40 billion. It's and a friend of mine who goes by the name of TikTok Jesus said $40 billion. You know what you could do with $40 billion? The ending of hunger, the lifting people out of poverty, the paying for healthcare. And I thought about it. I was like, 40 billion. I don't even need a billion. I don't even need a billion. If you gave me $40 billion tax free, my wife and I would carve off the top of it. I would want to set up my children. Here's 5 million apiece. Boom, boom, 5 million apiece, and we'll take 5-10 million for ourselves, and then I'm giving that money to people. $40 billion. What the fuck am I going to do with $40 billion? If I had 10 million in the bank right now, first of all, you'd be seeing video content from me from a whole bunch of different countries, because I would be all over the fucking place. Secondly, I couldn't do it. How the fuck do you go to sleep at night with $40 billion, knowing that somebody in your town is sleeping in a fucking cardboard box? How the fuck do you go to sleep at night with $40 billion, knowing that somebody isn't going to be able to get the fucking medicine they need? So yeah, give me 10 million off the top. Give me 5 million for each one of my kids, 5 million for my mother-in-law, 5 million for each of my sister-in-laws, 5 million for my cousin, a few of my cousins, and then the rest of it is going to people. And we're going to set up a foundation. Boom. The foundation is this. You come, tell me what you got. We'll give you some money. This country has been living in generational poverty for 60 years. What do you need? We need $3 billion, $30 billion, $12 billion. Here. You done?
Well, I'm going to feed birds.
Okay, and then I got to do releases here in 4 minutes. So that means that we are going to get ready to go run our errands. I got to start the car. I'm going to be doing my 9 p.m. releases here on YouTube. Watch for those momentarily. And then keep in mind, videos all day. They're all scheduled to go as usual. 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:32, 2:33, 3:34, 4:35, 5:36, 6:30, and 7. I will be live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Share the love, spread the word, share my videos, please. Let's help grow the audience here as much as possible. Get your friends, get your coworkers, get your relatives to come watch the content. Don't forget, I have a merch store. You're not going to be able to get it by Christmas with it being this close, but you can go check out the t-shirts, the hoodies, the throw pillows, the coffee mugs. Get one of my 2 self-published books. Yes, I've written 2 books. Go to my website. There's a link in my bio.